This program is for everyone, okay? Because everyone comes with different skills and different feelings about conflict, but it's for everyone, no matter what your size is and no matter what your skill is. And John has expertise in martial arts and security. He has always been keen to ensure that his teachings are compliant with the Criminal Code of Canada, or what the rules are that govern us. He's had all this experience over approximately 20 years, and he's been focused on developing these skills in martial arts and communication and investigation and security as well. And Rick is a police officer with the York Regional Police Services. He has about 20 years of experience too. So for instance, when it comes to Rick, I understand that you're a doctoral student in public administration and focused on crisis management and critical decision making. So obviously there's some overlap there. So let's turn to Alexis. I understand you have about 25 years in martial arts with Wing Chun and teaching, but beyond that, you are a talented musician. And from our discussion, it is clear that you love to experiment and explore in that art.
We're so happy to have my buddy Rick, right? Rick and I were in a police college back in long time ago.
Although I'm only 25.
Somehow, we drifted apart. He went to become a police officer, and I did a lot of different things as well. My background, I did private investigation, so I did undercover as well. I did bodyguard. Other than that, I've done business as well. We're here to let you know that we care about your safety. And I'm very happy that you guys also care about yourself as well. Don't just think of it as action, right? So you have to do something. If you have the means to prevent it, avoid it, that's even better, right? And I'm sure with Rick, this is how we kept alive, right? So the number one thing about what we do is to go home alive, not to think about other things else. And so this is something that we want to share with you of our personal life as well. So the R stands for recognition. And this is something that sometimes we recognize our danger. We don't want to see it. We don't want to feel like it. I feel that a lot of people feel that it won't happen to them, right? So they just put their finger crossed and they said, you know what, let's hope that nothing happened. For Rick, I mean, for sure in your law enforcement career, we can't just base on our finger crossed, right? Yeah.
So to start, I actually want to participate in your exercise. The one word that came to mind, right, when we're asked, what's the whole program, what's the idea of this, right? The first word that came to my mind was empowerment. The whole point of this is trying to empower you with not just the knowledge, but the confidence to do what you need to do to keep yourself safe.
Yeah, first question. What radio station was that? Just kidding. Kidding. What about the handbag? The lady had a handbag. What brand was that? Chanel. For number one thing is radar. It's all about don't be a target. That's it. If you park your car somewhere else, are you leaving valuable stuff in the car so that people can see, right?
I think the most important piece, right, it's that fine balance. I don't want you to live your life in fear too. You don't have to be constantly in fear. But the whole time is that you have to be aware of the situation. Sometimes we perceive there is this danger monster out there to get us. But the reality of the thing is, the majority of women, they got assaulted or murdered or killed in Canada by someone that they know. Their intimate partners or their friends and family. I think for us to recognize fear, it's to believe in your intuition. So have the empowerment, again, go back to that. Have the ability to say, no, hey, you're in my private space now. You're in my personal space. I like you to respect that. Or when you recognize, trust that intuition that, hey, this is my spidey sense. I'm a geek when it comes to cartoon and comic, right? And my spidey sense is going off. Hey, this is something it's not right in this situation. Should you be sticking around, or should you be like, you know what, maybe I should leave? Right? I think that's beautiful how John put it, right? Recognition. You have to recognize it from the beginning, all right? Before you even start to the point where we deploy our skills. And I think that's multiple ways you can avoid those dangers. But the first thing is trust yourself. Knowing in what time, you know what, I'm sorry, you're too close to me. Could you mind stepping back? Or at some point, hey, John, do you mind? I had a meeting with so-and-so. Can you come with me? I just don't feel comfortable in the room alone with whatever. So things like that. Just keep that in mind, right? I think that's the first sign to recognize the dangers, I think.
Very good, thank you. The recognition of there is a problem that we need to understand how to deal with that. And then the second thing is how to do it. And this is why the second part of today's program, After the intermission, we're gonna have the self-defense program, right? So you guys will be moving around so you know how to move your body with it. And I think this is something that we are very disconnected, right? And then when it comes to self-defense, either you shut down or you don't have the means, or your brain just because of emotion. So we'll talk about psychology, all right? So this is why I think that in terms of martial arts or even law enforcement or anything to do with judicial or court, in terms of that, we learn how to, I don't want to say control, but respond in a way that regulate our emotion.
So this reminds me of a story. We're in a store and there's nobody else in that store except for the lady at the cash and two people speaking to the lady at the cash. I noticed there's a bit of a heated conversation going on and I'm like, do you guys just know each other and you speak with that intensity, or is there conflict? So I'm, yeah, that's nice, but staying aware. Again, my friend, no awareness to the point that now the cashier, who's an elder lady maybe in her 70s, and these two young people who are very, very large and domineering are starting to progress to almost moving behind the cash and escalating their voices. I walk up to the lady and I say, hey, I'm the store owner here. My friend's very confused. She knows I do not own a store. I'm like, I'm the store owner here. There's been some sketchy business happening around here. There's no issue here, is there? Everything's okay? Trying to give them the benefit of the doubt to maybe be able to back out and be like, oh, nothing was going on. We're just leaving. No, but they continued to escalate. So anyway, my attempt of trying to deter them by saying I'm the store owner, trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, did not work. They continued to push. They actually started getting physical with the lady and unfortunately stealing things from behind the desk. So of course at that place, we had to call the police, and they ended up leaving, and we're just, recording as they leave. Thankfully, by being able to recognize, and I think the power in numbers, I do believe it helped them make the choice to not maybe do further damage as they maybe had intended and take less things than they had intended. They left, the cops came, and the lady was thankfully safe.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Funny it is, but it's actually true. What's going on around you? And then you put yourself in a situation so you can't really avoid it. And now if you find yourself doing this situation, crossing a street, yeah, just take a different path. Take a different route. It's okay.
What we're here to advocate is just be aware, be mindful, that's all. You don't have to be professionals, right? I mean, someone comes out, you go, when you finish it.
Don't put yourself in a situation in the first place. When that happens, how do you do it? So here's the thing. When that happens, a lot of people will think, oh, I have all this reason, I have all this planning to done. Unfortunately, under a very stressful situation, your frontal cortex takes over. Okay? At that point, your logical brain shuts down. Right? This is a survival mode for a lot of people. There is the freeze, which happens a lot. And the last one, which is more common for kids. You spook them, what do? They run. If that happens, the last thing you want to do is tell like, hey, calm down, buddy. I don't think that's going to help the situation. I believe there's two schools of thoughts when it comes to de-escalation. There's your verbal. How do you use your words to de-escalate? And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Maybe that's the time, hey, you know what? I think we're both very angry now. We're pretty heated in this conversation. I'm going to take a walk for like 5 minutes. I'll come back and discuss later. Emotionally attached for a second. It allows you, your brain, no more frontal cortex. Go back to your logical brain and say, okay, how do I function? How do I make the best of this situation? Instead of trying to focus, am I fighting? Am I fleeing? Or am I freezing? You're not. You're trying to take a little walk away, and that helps.
And it was many years ago, and I was with a friend, and we'd been drinking. I wasn't thinking there was going to be any problem. I can still, although it was many years ago, remember walking down this street, and we were heading towards an intersection. And at that intersection, kitty corner across, there was another bar. And I noticed that whoosh, this energy came out of this bar. And it was one guy followed by two bouncers. So they're all yelling, and the one guy, the patron, is beginning to run out of the bar and further away from us. So the minute I saw the patron start doing that, I went, uh-oh, possible firearm, possible gun. In that situation, there's no time for talking, being polite, being nice, thinking. You just go on your instincts, and I knew there was potential danger. So I throw her into that, and I go right on top of her, and we cozy up in that corner as people ran. A few shots went off, nothing came in our direction in the end, and we were safe.
Action means that as simple as I'm picking up the phone and calling the police. That's an action, right? Or you don't have to be completely involved physically, but you can make it known that something is not right happening. That's a good action. Your action, I'm talking about your self-preservation. To act, I'm running away. It's okay. As a matter of fact, I even tell my police officer that if you realize the situation is beyond your capability to handle, I don't call it running away. I call it tactically retreating. I decided to act not on my emotion. I decided to act on my logic.
When I see videos like that, it just kills me. And I think this is something of my nature that I have to come out and do this. And this is why radar is for.
So I was 17 years old and it was summertime and I was going to do some shopping. My mom asked me, I had a friend and there are two guys approached. My friend escaped. Those two guys put a knife on my neck. Yes, they pushed me and I do remember that I was begging them. Please don't do that, please don't do that, and don't remember what happened next. I do remember I was doing shopping and came back home. So there is no time to escape. You said like, use the time, right? Yeah. So what should I do?
First of all, sorry that happens to you. If you know for a fact that, you know what, I'm not gonna win this fight, compliance is your best alliance. You didn't get hurt from the end of that, that's the compliance works. I don't wanna be a hero for 5 seconds and pay for it dearly afterward. And then your friend actually gave a very good example. What happened? You fight, you freeze, you flee. And their friend decided to take off. That's a normal human natural reaction to that.
Okay, Wing Chun, it's actually a woman's name. This art is all about how to control your emotion, how to be calm and collective. First thing we're gonna do right now is we're gonna start slowly. Raise your arms up like this and a little bit squat, a little bit down, okay? And then retract, okay? Open, 1, 2. Beautiful, good job. And then retract back, left hand, punch, tan sao, hyun, good. And then you're gonna track back, good job. Right hand to your fist, to your heart, punch again, tan sao, hyun, good. Then retract back, good job. Close your goat stance here, relax, and then beautiful. So this is why Wing Chun, when you do that, this is actually called structure. Right? Let me show you. Look what happened if I do this. There's no power and it hurts me. But look at that. Can you imagine you do that to someone's head? It's gone. Right? Okay? Don't make it. No. So I can't get in. You see, I want to get in. I cannot. Right? So right away I can. Now make a mistake. Right away I can. Okay? So in his program, what he learned is to balance me. So this is what Wing Chun empower me a lot. My guys, everyone is like this side. Rick these guys are bigger. So I'm not able to touch them or to move them. But if they are hard enough, I can move them. Okay? Or if he pushes me, I can feel it. I can feel it. The problem is, if I go hand to hand with him, who's going to win? The strongest is going to win. So this is what I'm here to show you. It's not about strong. It's about how to parry. How to get this energy away. So for example, grab my collar, right? Like that. Go ahead. Do you see? You see that? You see that? Now, do you see what happened here? If I use my power, it's not going to happen. Because I'm using muscle against muscle. It's not going to happen. But look what happened the moment I tuck in my elbow. Look at that. I can move him. Use your wrong structure.
Okay.
Okay? It's not going to work. You see that? Right? It's not going to work. Okay, now apply your structure and don't hurt him. Okay, again. You see that? Okay?
I get that a lot.
Yeah? Yeah, okay. So the technique is pretty easy. All you have to do is tuck in your elbow. That's it. Now, if you lift something heavy for groceries, what do? Do you go like this? You don't. Right? So all you have to do now, it's very simple. Turn over and then have your hand to disengage, right? So from here, that's it. But don't do this. This is what everybody does. Or they do this. You see that? This is a common. That's what I said, common, right? So this is why the moment you do that, he's going to pull you. Not only that, I just lost my balance. Right? I lost my balance. Oh, another thing for women, balance, structure, that's number one. Not power. okay? Because if you don't have balance, you're nowhere. If someone pick you up, you're gone. That's why I'm telling you right now. So first thing is this. Look what happened. Look what happened. You see that? But look what happened if I do this. See, nothing happens. See, you see? The moment I lift up, I can't. Yeah, but look. Oh, no, look at that. It's so easy, all right? Very good, excellent, yeah. Excellent, very good. Thank you.